What's up, everyone? Happy Monday, and welcome to another episode of Get Your Teach On Live. I'm your host, Chris Pombonyo, and tonight we have an amazing episode for you. We have so many things going on tonight that we want to make sure that every EDURockstar is here. So, as you know, every week we want to get as many teachers in here as possible, so tonight is no different. So, here's what I want you to do. As you're logging in, take out your cell phone and get ready to film a story on your Instagram. So you're going to take out your phone, you're going to get ready to film when I count you down from 3, and then you're going to post it. You're going to tag me, tag Get Your Teach On. The more you share, the more chances you have to win free registrations to Get Your Teach On. So take out your phone, go ahead, open your Instagram, get ready to film a story, and start filming in 3, 2, 1. What's up, guys? It's Chris Pombonyo back for another episode of Get Your Teach On Live. Amelia Capotosta is here, as well as Hope and Wade King, and we have some amazing announcements for you. Head on over to the Get Your Teach On Facebook page right now to tune in. Go ahead and post that on your story. Tag me, tag Get Your Teach On, tag Amelia, tag Hope, tag Wade, tag really good stuff. All the things on there to make sure that we get as many EDURockstars in here as possible for some amazing announcement and content tonight. As always, tonight's episode of Get Your Teach On Live is sponsored by friends at Really Good Stuff, and we'll hear a little more about them later. But without further ado, I want to welcome Hope and Wade King to Instagram. Last time, there was like a monsoon happening when you guys were on. So how's the weather today?
Just, you would think there was one that happened.
Can you see me?
What is happening? Mom-wise.
Courtesy of Maverick.
That would be spit up or drool or both.
Yep, correct. All the above.
So, all of the above. So,
yep.
Back to school, you guys announced some big changes for you this school year, which we're so excited about for both of you. So, how are things going? Last time we talked to you was about a month ago. So, give us a little update in the life of Hope and Wade King.
Things are wild and crazy, just period.
Yeah.
We have more going on now than ever before. So
all exciting and good things,
yes.
And being parents and never done that before.
No.
So that's always exciting. But
he's in his jumper, so we don't have long, Chris, so we can't focus on us. We got to keep moving because we've got about 10 minutes.
School's going great.
Yeah, we're going to keep going. So last week we had to unfortunately cancel the episode of Get Your Teach On Live due to Hurricane Dorian, and we have something really cool going on. You might have seen us share it out, but if you visit the Get Your Teach On website, getyourteachon.com, we have a link that you can click right on the top banner for you to donate resources. So if you go to getyourteachon.com, we create an Amazon wish list that'll go directly to schools in affected areas of the Bahamas. So go to getyourteachon.com and check that out. We love supporting teachers, and we really want to help out. So help a teacher in need, help some schools that really need our help right now, and visit at getyourteachon.com. Now, in just a few days, I mean, I can't even believe it's just
almost
a little over a week away. It's Rock Your School 2019. So, Hope, talk about what's a little in store when we launch Rock Your School this year in just a few days. What surprises can they expect?
Well, first of all, we never dreamed that Rock Your School would be as insane and crazy as it was last year, and how many people we had join, and it was just literally that day like motivated me for the rest of the year. Just recognizing how many thousands of teachers across the country are just killing it every day in their classroom. And so the Get Your Teach On team, we always set goals for ourselves, because if you don't set goals, I mean, what are you going after? And so last year we had 30,000 teachers, a little over 30,000 teachers participate. And so the Get Your Teach On team, we have set a goal of this year to have 50,000 teachers participate, which means, y'all, we cannot do this alone. The Get Your Teach On team cannot do this alone. So we need you to get out there, spread the word, invite your friends, tell all your teacher friends that you know, because here's the deal. This is like one big collaborative team, and the more teachers we get involved with this, the more students we impact. And what our goal is that teachers maybe try something new, stretch themselves, step out of their comfort zone, and if they do it one day, they're probably going to be more than likely to do it a lot of days. So help us change classrooms across the world. Help us send waves through education. Spread the word about Rock Your School.
And it doesn't have to be an entire school. If there's a few people on your team, or a few people on the grade level below or above you, or whatever it may be, if you're deciding to do it, bring 2 or 3 people along. I mean, that's how you start ripples and then make waves and
exactly
rock your school. So
let's do it.
Now, here's our challenge to you all. So like Hope and Wade said, we want 50,000 teachers participating this year. So in order to reach that goal, we need to know who's participating. So we can't just go off social media because people might post them multiple times. So you need to visit rockyourschoolday.com and encourage everyone you know who's participating to register. So you have to spread the word, tell them to participate, to rock their school next Thursday, and then to register their school at rockyourschoolday.com today. So have them go tonight, tomorrow, tell your friends, tell your mom's friends, tell your dad's friends, tell everyone, all your coworkers, that they need to register their school, their classroom, their district, whoever's participating at rockyourschoolday.com, because that's the only way we can know how many teachers are participating in this amazing day for education. So head on over to rockyourschoolday.com. And then next Thursday, Hope, Wade, and I, and some other members of the Get Your Teach On team, we're going to be in Panama City Beach, Florida, at West Bay Elementary as they rock their school. So we're excited to share out all the amazing things that they're doing. And we have some surprises to share as well. And we're going to be going live that night as well at 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. So next week, you have 2 episodes of Get Your Teach On Live. Our Rock Your School special is going to be next Thursday at 8 o'clock. Hope's going to be there. Wade's going to be there. Maverick's going to be there. I'll be there. And we have a lot in store for that. So you're going to want to stay tuned and make sure you are there. All right, that's Rock Your School. Now, our next big announcement, you guys have kind of been talking about it for a long time, and it finally came to fruition. Is that how you say it, right?
Sure.
It finally happened, and it's about to change classrooms everywhere. So I'm going to turn it over to you all to talk about your newest initiative and project that you've been working on really hard.
Yeah, so as most people know, Hope and I are pretty big on fitness and trying to stay healthy, but exercise is just so much more than just physical wellness. I mean, it's mental wellness. It takes care of yourself, takes care of your spouse, but takes care of your family too. And so we really wanted to implement that inside the classroom. And we love motion and movement, obviously, inside of the classroom, but we want to be intentional about it. We've seen a lot of things out there that are wonderful and great, but there was nothing that really nailed down specifics. And so specifics on exercise, why is it good? How do you do it correctly? What's the incorrect way? And so we talked with our friend Stacy Irving Jr. and with him, we came up with a really, really cool initiative, really, really cool plan, but very specific plan for teachers across the world to integrate motion and movement and exercise and wellness inside of the classroom.
Yeah, and so we talk a lot about so many different ways to incorporate motion and movement. Obviously, call and responses, cheers and chants. You can add music throughout your day, like hand motions. Right. But this is kind of a way that, like Wade said, it's like a full body, mind, spirit, like the whole thing, to really focus on that motion and movement initiative, and also to really promote a healthy lifestyle, because we think that is so important. And we talk all the time about teaching kids beyond the standards, and that we can't just teach those academic standards. We've got to teach kids, about healthy lifestyles and healthy choices. And so we wanted to put something out there that is going to help teachers do that, but in a very easy way. It's not anything that takes a lot of time. It's not anything that requires planning. It's just something easy that you can implement once a week or once a day in your classrooms when you're working on something really challenging and see that your kids need a little something to get those brains back focused. So we are just so thrilled. We have so much more to share about this initiative. This is just the beginning of it. And so we can't wait to share more with you guys, but it is going to be free to you in your classrooms. So we cannot wait to share it.
Yes.
Now, if you want more information on ClassFit, you can go to getclassfit.com, but check out this video with some more information.
What's up, everybody? Hope and Wade King here with our good friend Stacy Irvin, here to bring you a brand new series called ClassFit. We are so excited about providing you with resources that's going to bring motion and movement directly to your classroom while helping your students develop an understanding and also develop a hunger for exercise and keeping those bodies healthy every single day.
Exercise is important. Keeping that fitness is extremely important, so you can move freely, you can have high energy, and you can live your best life.
Are you ready to get ClassFit?
Hey, come on.
Just getting ready. Just getting ready over here.
Chris, are you going to do this?
That's the most that you've ever moved. Like, you're going to be sore tomorrow.
Yes.
Stop it. You're not going to be able to pick up the marker to teach your class. I need you to
I'm doing
settle
great.
down.
I'm just getting warmed up.
Settle down over here.
That video got me ready. I'm going to be doing that in my house too, not just my classroom. So, Get ClassFit is coming soon to a classroom near you. If you want more information, make sure you visit getclassfit.com to sign up for our email list so you can be notified when everything gets launched. And it's going to be sooner than later. So, head on over right there, add your email to our email list so you can get notified on all the amazing things coming there. Woof.
Yeah,
I'm out of breath a little bit, guys.
Real quick. So when we launch this, we want to see what you guys are doing inside your classroom. And so there's a specific hashtag that you can use. It's hashtag GetClassFit. And so when you start using these, there's also going to be a digital resource for the teachers to use. There it is.
Whoa.
Hey, that looks so good. I wonder who organized that.
I don't know.
Or made it look so great. I wonder who did that. Well,
he's trying to win brownie points over here, people.
Stacy did a great job of breaking everything down. He was the brains behind all of this. And so teachers can use this. They can download it for free to show their kids. The kids can take it home, work on it with their family members, whoever. This isn't just for the classroom.
Yeah.
These are things that they can keep doing at home as well. So when you use it in the classroom, when the videos go live and all of that, please hashtag GetClassFit. And then you can also obviously hashtag GetYourTeachOn.
And just
now,
wink. Oh, sorry, Chris.
Wink, wink. Are you giving a wink, wink?
Just wink, wink. Be looking for maybe the first video to roll out Sunday night.
Yeah, wink, wink. Sunday night. Sunday night.
Not a wink, wink.
Yeah, wink, wink.
There was no reading between the lines there. It was literally mark that in your calendar. There's no element of surprise. Maybe like in a few days. Wink, wink.
Right.
Sunday night at 8 o'clock. No, just kidding. So, Wade, you talked a little bit about this on Instagram earlier, but talk about your partnership with Stacy and kind of his background and why this partnership works so well.
Yeah, so Stacy is a phenomenal athlete, but a phenomenal person too. And so it's weird how you make connections with people. Stacy came out to Get Your Teach On, part of the WWE back at the Orlando conference, and just did some things with us and UNICEF. And UNICEF is also partnering with us with this initiative. So this with these first videos coming out, we've worked with UNICEF to be able to give back across the world with their Kid Power program as well, which is really cool. But yeah, going back to Stacy, I mean, he's a phenomenal athlete, great individual, and just guru at everything. So he already has some exercises going on, so this works perfectly well with that.
I want to say something really fast because I got to go get the baby, and so I got to go, y'all. But this is for any grade level, age level.
Right.
This is not about them doing or perfecting the movements. It's just about getting motion and movement into your classroom. I got to go, guys. Baby is ready for me.
All right.
So, yeah,
I think it's a good segue. Wait, you can slide over. Wait, you're not in the box. Slide. Yep, there you go. Nope, too far. Now you're there. So, like we said, you can go to getclassfit.com. First video coming out this Sunday. If you're ready to get ClassFit, let us know in the comments that you're excited to get your class up and moving and excited with this brand new initiative. So, thank you, Hope and Wade, for partnering with Stacy to bring this to classrooms. And we know it's going to make a huge impact on students and teachers throughout the not just country but world. So we're so excited for that, launching in just a few days. If you want to see more of Hope and Wade King, make sure you tune in next Thursday as they rock your school in Panama City Beach from West Bay Elementary. We're going to be there all day long, giving you all the behind the scenes action as we rock your school day. So excited about that. And now, Wade, I'm going to send you off. Are you still there? Maybe?
Yeah.
Okay,
bye,
say
guys.
goodbye to your friends.
See y'all.
All right, so now we're going to head into tonight's session. I don't know if that was a Power Ranger move or what just happened. We're going to move into tonight's session, and I have been so excited about this episode for so long because one of my really good friends, Amelia Capotosta, is here, and she's going to give you an inside look into her Get Your Teach On sessions. Now, when I say when you walk into her sessions, you're going to leave like full of all these incredible ideas that you can immediately take back to your classroom. She is the literacy guru. I don't know anyone who knows books and literacy like Amelia. So Amelia Capotosta, welcome to Get Your Teach On Live.
Hey guys. Hey Chris. Hi.
Did you notice how many times I said your last name? Because when we first met, I didn't know how to say it. Now it just like flows. So now I just say it all the time.
You're really impressed. Like you've got it down. I'm like adjusting some of the there we go.
I'm really proud of it. I practiced for months last year. So, Amelia, welcome to Get Your Teach On Live. I'm going to turn things over to you pretty soon, and you're going to give them an inside look into your sessions. But first of all, talk about why it's so important to make literacy hands-on in the classroom. A lot of times we're just giving text to kids, and it's important to have the text in their hand, but why is it important to really get that application piece in with your literacy standards?
Yeah, and I think that's something that we've always done this, and it's always been something in the classroom, but maybe we haven't taken notice or talked about it. But when you think about literacy, it's across every single content area, and it's across every aspect of life. And when we teach it, sometimes we forget that just having them write it down that's rote learning, just like it is in social studies or in science when we ask them to memorize things. So when we're just doing worksheets in literacy, that's rote learning, and we don't want to be doing that because we know that doesn't maintain, they can't sustain that knowledge in their brains. So we're always looking for ways to make it more hands-on, because now they're not just regurgitating what you told them, they're actually applying it themselves, which is reaching a huge and a higher level thinking skill that we're always trying to get to. So really important.
I love that. And if while you're watching Amelia's presentation, you're going to walk away with some amazing resources she's going to share with you. She's also going to provide you with a PDF of resources from tonight. So as you're hearing things as you go, you're going to get some of those resources in your inbox. So stick around to the end so we can tell you how you can get all those free resources from Amelia. So without further ado, Amelia, I'm going to turn things over to you to give us an inside look into your Get Your Teach On sessions.
Awesome. Hey. All right, awesome. So as I'm kind of talking, we have like some slides that are going to come up. So I'm going to have my first slide pulled up so I can kind of explain the background of here where we start. So this is something I always show in the very beginning of my session, and I probably, no matter what type of session I do, I almost always show this quote because it's so powerful. But as you can read right there, it says, reading aloud to children every day puts them almost a year ahead of children who do not receive daily read alouds. So that's kind of the perfect segue into what my whole sessions are about, and kind of talking about the fact that the importance and the power of the read aloud, and that's a research-based strategy. It's something that's been researched over and over again for a lot of years. Now, we're not just talking like, a recent study. This has been going on for, 50 years in research studies. And that's one of the single most powerful research-based practices is to read aloud to your kids. And this goes across all content areas. So that's a big focus in my session. And one thing I'm really excited about this year, I'm going to bring in more of the other content areas into literacy, but that we can take read alouds and take them to the next level. So encouraging you and giving you tools to always read aloud to your kids every day, but then also the tools to take that read aloud to the next level. So focusing on that with the read aloud, being able to take that one read aloud and fit it all in, because as we know, time is our biggest enemy when it comes to school. And I always hear that from people, how do you fit a read aloud in every day? Because I have all my standards to teach. Well, because I teach all of my standards through that one read aloud. So that's what my session, The Magic of Rigor, is all about, is taking that one read aloud and pulling in all of your standards and being able to tie it all back to the book. Now, I just teach ELA and social studies, but what I always like to remind teachers is that it's not just ELA and social studies. When I'm teaching these books, we do science, we do math, we're doing all sorts of we're doing social studies within these books. My amazing teaching partner is able to tie activities in. So your read aloud can be completely cross-curricular. And I always like to start with an activity with a read aloud that really is like foundational. So if we can move to my next slide real quick, and we'll talk about the first one. So one of the activities I share right here, this is a phonics-based activity. And I know some of you automatically, if you teach upper elementary, and I teach 4th grade, you're thinking phonics, like they should know phonics patterns by now. But the truth is, number one, they don't most of the time. A large majority of my class have missed some sort of phonics instruction along the way, and they need it. Or if you're looking at this board right here, actually, this is more of an advanced phonics skill. That's, if you've ever seen a phonics continuum, it's more advanced. And it's something that 4th graders should be practicing every single day. So tying this in, my Magic of Rigor session, I do tie it all into Harry Potter and just the magic of that read aloud, but giving tips and tools, all of these things that can be used with any book. So you can take all of these different activities we do together and you can modify them to work with any book you're doing for a read aloud. So this one's Wizard's Chest, you can see there, and I actually have a board here too, but you can see the board right there. And I have these boards, so these boards, there are ones for all different phonics patterns. You can see the one right here. This one is the one that's on the screen. So you can see the blends that other side, that they'd be working on. And then the board is filled with words containing those blends. And then to go with that, you have a correlating spinner that has each of those blends on there. And you just use your, nifty little paper clip and pencil trick to make a spinner. And kids love this. They think it's like the coolest thing ever that you can make a spinner and you can spin. So what they do is they start with their little pieces. And if you look on the slide, you'll see those little pieces that I use. I just use little like moons and stars are the ones that stick on your ceiling because they're fun and they glow. And if sometimes we'll turn the lights down a little lower in our class and you can see them glow. But basically the goal is that you spin the spinner, and whatever pattern you land on, whatever blend you land on, you have to move your piece to the closest touching word with that blend in it. So if you landed on the EU, you could move, and you were close enough, you could move to sleuth, and you have to say it correctly to stay there. But the taking this to the next level part, and I always try and say in my session, at least 3 different ways to differentiate every activity. So base level right here, kids have to move to the closest word with that blend and say the word correctly to stay. If you want to take it a little farther, you give them a dry erase marker, and then if they don't see a word close to them with that blend, instead of losing their turn, they can take the dry erase marker and they can write in a word they created themselves, like a word that's not on the board. Or again, kind of going like a middle level, they can look on the board and find another word and write it in on a blank white square. So they still are able to move. They practice writing words with those blends, saying the words out loud. And then the goal is to play one-on-one, and the first person to reach the other side of the board wins. But you also can play this, have them play it independently. They just have to get to the other side. You can play groups. You can do, each person has a piece, and there can be 4 people playing. So I love this because it can be used in whole group where you have kids pair up and play. You can use it in small group where you're guiding your students or you play against your students. They love when you play against them. Or you can even do it as like a warm-up. I know when I'm transitioning between different workshop time and small groups, sometimes I need my kids just to get into their group and get started before I can get to them, because I'm helping other kids with independent things and getting them to transition. So I might say, grab a chessboard and start playing chess with your whatever phonics pattern you're working on this week. And this one's wizard chess, but obviously it doesn't have to be wizard chess. I just use the wizard chessboard during Harry Potter. You can use a chessboard, just a plain chessboard for any book. So that's the first one. So kind of a fun one, and you'll be getting those resources, but just a way to make, like I said, phonics more hands-on and help it stick, as opposed to just like, here's some cards, let's repeat the blends over and over, or do lots of sliding, things like that. It's another more hands-on way to review and teach different phonics skills. So then we'll go to the next activity. Awesome. Oh, sorry, how about this? This is just a kind of an action. I want to put this up there so you guys could kind of see, because it's hard to show on a screen playing, but these are some adults playing this at some of the sessions, but you can see the board. You can see on the picture on the left on the screen, you can see that they are writing in a word there. And you also can see on that spinner, there's actually one that says free choice, so they can write anyone in. So spinners are different based on the blends. And then on the right-hand side, you can see they're playing in a group. So actually you have 2-on-2, and you have multiple pieces moving across the board. So a really fun phonics activity. And again, that can be used with any book, which is what I love. You're taking any book and you're tying it in, just make it in a little more thematic and hands-on. That makes the book kind of go to the next level. So in our next activity is I kind of going from a language word building and now into like a really strong standard that we all teach. So I don't care what grade you teach, honestly K-12, if you're teaching ELA, you're teaching about characters in books, whether it's nonfiction or fiction. You're teaching about how to characterize your characters with character traits and talk about that. And we so easily fall into the trap with this of just a worksheet where it's like, okay, who's the main character? Describe them with 3 personality traits, or give me a feeling and a physical trait to describe your character. And yes, that will get the job done, but how boring is that for kids year after year to do the same activities with characterization? So I love to use trading cards. Now this can be different. Again, tie it to any book that you're reading. If you're reading The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, you can make them kind of look like they're from Narnia. If you're reading the book an I Survive book, you could make them look more like historical. If you are reading Jackie Robinson, like who was Jackie Robinson, you can make them baseball cards and things like that. So you can totally do this with fiction or nonfiction. But the cards, when you're looking at them, you can see on the screen right there. I love that they're bigger now so you guys can see them. These are the Harry Potter version. So they're chocolate frog trading cards for those of you that know Harry Potter. And you can see I have a sample one right there. So I have one done for Hermione Granger. So instead of just asking my kids to answer a question on a worksheet, I'm going to say to them, like for this activity, I would say, you need to do a chocolate frog trading card for the 3 main characters. So that would be, Harry, Ron, and Hermione. And then this is again where you can differentiate it based on your kids. So it can still be something that your whole group does, but you can make it something that you scaffold based on what your kids need. So maybe one group, they're just getting into their physical traits. So you're looking at the front of their cards that you see here, and you're making sure they're really zooming in on the physical traits described in their drawing, or you can do it digitally and have them find an image of the character. So then you see Hermione Granger. And then on the back, when you flip it over, because this would be kind of double-sided. So if you see on the right then, that's the back of Hermione's card. And that one has a character description. So again, yep, right there, you can scaffold this based on what your group needs. If I have a group who's just skimming the surface, they're right now talking about physical traits. They're going to describe her with text evidence using physical traits. If I want to take it to the next level, I might have them use personality traits. I might have them use emotional. I might have them make an inference about the character on the back. So endless opportunities. If you can use trading cards instead of just a worksheet, you can totally take thinking to the next level and make it more hands-on. And they love to cut them out, let them actually trade them. You can play so many games with them. My favorite thing to do with trading cards, not just with Harry Potter, we do them all throughout the year because the kids beg to make character trading cards all the time. We cut them out, they make a set. So I give them usually more than 4. Usually they have like 8. And they have their little set they keep in their baggie with them. And I might say, okay, guys, bring your character trading cards to small group today. And we might play a game today where it's like a slap game. So we're going to flip over and I'm going to describe a character. I might say, okay, this character is very brave. He's very loyal to his friends, but he's also really humorous and funny. He has red hair. I'm describing Ron Weasley. And then we go one at a time around the group. So the first person goes and they keep flipping over their cards. And when the right character pops up, you slap it. And then you get to keep all of those cards. And then the person with the most cards, wins that round. And then also you can do where they partner up and you read them, you kind of cover the picture and read them the description, and they have to guess, who the character trading card is for. And you can even let them, when you're all done, trade the cards. They like to trade my Hermione for your Hermione. It's kind of a fun thing once you've gotten them. But that's a concrete grade. I know we're always looking for grades. Everyone's like, well, if you don't use a worksheet, how do you get a grade? That's a grade right there. You can easily grade that and get your characterization and see that they're understanding that topic, that skill with trading cards. It's kind of a more fun way. You can go to the next slide. You can see that. And there is an example right there. I just show this one because you can see the person with the book open. The biggest thing I emphasize on this is, searching for text evidence. That's a skill we're always getting our kids to do. So they have to use text evidence to draw their picture and give their description. And that's really important because you can see that both visibly with their picture and also with their description. And we all know those learners who really struggle with the writing, but they will rock the picture. And I know that maybe that's not the exact literacy skill you're having them work on, but if they can show you a character with a really good drawing, they're grasping it. So we kind of got to use all those different skills that our students bring to the table. So those are just 2 for my Magic of Rigor session. I love with both of those. They're really, really fun. We do a lot of other hands-on ones. And in the Magic of Rigor, this year, we're going to be also pulling in a lot of cross-curricular content. So we're going to be pulling in a science activity, a math activity, and then ELA and social studies, so you can see how you can use all 4 content areas within your read aloud. So a way for those teachers who come to get your teach on, if you're a math teacher, you're going to get a lot out of this session still, because I'm going to show you ways that you can take the read aloud that your ELA teacher is doing and you can pull it in your math block. I'm really blessed with that teaching partner who constantly does that. And I'm telling you right now, when these kids go to math class and they're visiting Diagon Alley and Gringotts and working on place value and decimals with their budgets, it is next level engagement because it relates back to the book we're reading aloud in class. It's awesome. So that's for Magic of Rigor. And then my other session that I'm so excited to do is Party Like a Reader. And this one I'll be in 2nd grade in New England. So I'll get to see all you 2nd grade teachers. I'm so pumped. And this one we're still kind of focusing on the importance of literacy and the importance of hands-on, but how can we make it more fun? A lot of times our younger grades kind of get to the wayside of constant drill and kill. And we know that because we're teaching them how to read. And that's so important. Those basic foundational skills have to sometimes be very basic. But how can we take those skills and still make them more fun for even our youngest readers? So in Party Like a Reader, we're gonna spend that whole time doing hands-on engaging lessons that can go with any book. I'm gonna give you a ton of picture book recommendations, even some chapter book recommendations that you can do at that age level. And we're gonna take all these different activities and apply them to any book. So you can walk out of this session with like 6 to 7 strategies that can be implemented whole group, small group, right away. You can go home and the next day you'll have the resources to teach them in your classroom. So the first one, the one I'm gonna show you guys, one from this session. So if we go to the next slide, it is one of my favorites. It's a character party. So to have a character party in your classroom, this is like such a fun thing to do. And I have bins. If you've ever seen in my classroom, I have bins. And in my bins, you can see these party hats right here. In my bins in my classroom, I have small group bins. And one of the things that's always in there are those party hats, which is silly because my students are always like, they kind of peek and they're like, why do you have party hats, Mrs. Cap? Why are there party hats in your bins? Until they get to play. And they love it and it becomes a favorite. You can do this whole group, small group, another one of those activities that can be differentiated. The possibilities are endless and with any text. So all you need, it's really simple, party hats. And we all know you can mean Dollar Tree, you can get a huge pack of them. Amazon, you can get a jumbo pack of them. And your kids, don't stand myself. You need these party hats and then you need Velcro dots. So you're gonna put the Velcro dot on the party hat. So I put one side on the party hat and then the other side of the Velcro dot goes on a little laminated card. So you can see the cards, they're just little laminated cardstock and they can stick on there. So like so, there you go. So that's all you really need to prep ahead of time. And then the last thing you'll need to have available are dry erase markers. So you can see that all in the picture, what I use. And what you're having your kids do then is, in my session, we're gonna talk about using it for characterization. So you would have your students, say you guys just read The Junkyard Wonders, and I'm using that because we read that always in the first week of school. And there are so many characters in there with strong character traits, so I always use that to teach characterization. So you're gonna have your students each pick a character and write it on a card. So I might pick Gibby from The Junkyard Wonders. So I'm gonna write his name on the card with my dry erase marker. And then have your students put their hats on, put their hat on with their Velcro dot. Hope I don't snap my chin. With their Velcro dot facing forward. And then they won't put their own card on. What they'll do is they'll put their card on someone else. So they'll go up to a partner or a friend. You'll have to just find a way to tell them to partner up or walk around the room and mingle and put it on a random person. It's fun either way. But they'll put their card on someone else and they won't show the name to them. So you'll put their card on them. It's easier to put it on someone else than yourself. Okay, same. All right, so they'll put the card on someone else. And then with the activity, they will walk around the room and you might say, okay, stop, turn, whoever you're closest to, you're gonna work on to have a character party with them. So to have a character party, you have to describe, today we're gonna say, okay, today to have a character party, you have to describe the character on their hat with 2 physical traits and 1 personality trait. And then once you give those descriptions, you allow the other person to guess who they are. So think of it kind of like, I think it's Heads Up, the Ellen DeGeneres game. So think of it kind of like that, but with characters. And again, you can use this is like possibilities are endless with anything. Like you can do it with vocabulary words. You can do it with the setting of a book. So you can have them describe settings and places. You can do it with theme, like universal themes. So I'll have kids write themes on the cards and stick them on hats. And then you have to describe a book you've read that fits in that theme and see if they can guess what theme it is. So many different levels of thinking and endless possibilities with a simple couple tools that will take a lesson to the next level and be so much more engaging. Take this off. So there you go. You can kind of see them having a character party there at one of the Get Your Teach On sessions. It's really fun. So yeah, so hopefully you can come and join us. There's a lot of really fun things that we do. Like I said, hands-on, engaging things. The Party Like a Reader will be an awesome time to really party with reading and find awesome strategies that we can take back to our classrooms and implement. And we'll focus not just on reading strategies, we'll focus on vocabulary strategies, phonics and language strategies, we'll focus on writing strategies, all different ways to take our learning with a read aloud, with text, authentic text to the next level.
Those are just a few of the many, many, many ideas and resources that you'll get out of Amelia's sessions at Get Your Teach On. If you want to see Amelia and the Get Your Teach On team, you can join us in New England is our next conference coming up in, I can't even believe it, like a month, just a little over a month. We're going to be there. I can't wait to see you and to be in your sessions. If you want to register, tickets are still available at getyourteachon.com for Get Your Teach On New England. We're going to be at the beautiful Mohegan Sun Resort. But Amelia, before we talk a little bit about New England and what's going to happen there, your library has been a hit on Instagram and social media for a little bit. If you've never seen Amelia's library, you need to check out her social media and her blog because it is beautifully organized. It inspired me to redo my library. And if you were in our pre-game show on Instagram, every Monday night on 7:30, we go on Instagram for our pre-show on Instagram Live. Amelia shared an awesome activity that teachers are doing to kind of launch their library, get their students excited about reading. So you'll have to check that out on Instagram. The replay is available. But our friends at Really Good Stuff have a message for you all right now. So check it out.
Hi, Chris and Amelia. It's Angela from Really Good Stuff. And today I want to challenge all of you out there to think about the way your library is set up and consider our library bins. Now, Amelia wrote a blog post at Where the Wild Things Learn that you should go check out. She used our picture book bins as well as our chapter book bins. And I want to show you something. They all come with a little acetate and a label so that you can label them any way you would like. Now, Amelia made her own custom labels for her bins to make hers unique for her classroom. So after you read her blog, come back and comment below at what color bins she used in her library, and I will give away one set of chapter book and picture book bins to one lucky viewer, and you can choose your color. Back to you, Chris and Amelia.
I just love that. That's Angela, our friend from Really Good Stuff. So cool. Amelia and I are probably like the spokespersons for how much we love these bins. I mean, I don't think people understand until you actually have them in your library and watch them like go through kids' book shopping and going through and pulling out books. I mean, these bins are, don't give away your color, by the way.
No, I won't. I won't say anything color.
Don't give it away. These bins they're so durable, they're so sturdy, they can fit, I mean, the most books I've ever seen in a book bin. And the labels, like Angela showed you there, they have that clear covering in front. So it makes it super easy to organize your library. So if you're thinking about getting some new bins for your library, to reorganize your library, make sure you visit Amelia's blog. So Amelia, tell them where they can go for your blog.
wherethewildthingslearn.com. So it's like where the wild things are.
wherethewildthingslearn.com, and comment below in here with what color her bins are in her classroom, and you just might win your own set of picture book and chapter book bins from our friends at Really Good Stuff. So thank you, Angela, for that special message, and thank you, Amelia, for sharing all those amazing ideas. We hope to see you all with Amelia and I and the rest of the Get Your Teach On team at Get Your Teach On New England coming up in just a little over a month. In October, we're going to be in the Northeast. I heard the weather is going to be beautiful that time. That the drive from the airport, I heard, is like all fall leaves. So I'm so excited about that. Get Your Teach On New England. We have limited seats available in grades K through 6. So if you want to join us, I know New England teachers, Northeast teachers, you just, oh, there's a little fly-in. Oh, that's us flying in. There we go. This is the front lobby. I'm assuming it looks beautiful. There we go. That's the Mohegan Sun Resort in Connecticut where we're going to be. Hopefully my session is in that room right there. So we want to see you and Get Your Teach On New England. So I know a lot of teachers in the Northeast, in New York, Connecticut, Pennsylvania, Massachusetts. You just went back to school this week. So now is the time to sign up while tickets are still available. So if you want to join Amelia, myself, and the rest of the Get Your Teach On team for Get Your Teach On New England, go to getyourteachon.com to grab your seat today before they sell out. So go to getyourteachon.com and we hope to see you there. Amelia, I can't wait to see you. I know you're planning to rock your school next week. So I can't wait to see what you have planned for that. And I can't wait to see you in New England as well. So thanks so much.
I know. So soon. Thanks for having me. So fun.
Bye, Amelia.
Bye.
Now, we have another special announcement tonight about Get Your Lead On. So many of you know a few months ago now, we launched Get Your Lead On, which is our standalone conference for administrators, school leaders, district leaders, run by Adam Friends, Adam Dovico, and Todd Nesloni, where you can really Get Your Teach On strategies and find out how to apply them school or district wide. So we've been having that at Get Your Teach On conferences as an option, but now our first standalone event is happening in just a few weeks as well. All the things happening in the next few weeks. In September, they're going to be in Austin, and drum roll, we're launching a new location, and registration is now open for Get Your Lead On Charlotte, happening October 28th at the Sheraton Charlotte. If you want to register for that, you're going to go to getyourteachon.com. There are still 10 seats left, I'm being told, for Get Your Lead On Austin, which is September 27th in Austin, Texas, and registration just opened tonight for Get Your Lead On Charlotte. So that's going to be October 28th. So if you're a school leader, principal, coach, district leader, aspiring school leader, Adam and Todd would love to see you at an upcoming Get Your Lead On event. So visit getyourteachon.com to check it out. Now, like I said, next week is a very special week. We have 2 episodes of Get Your Teach On Live, Monday night and Thursday night. Thursday night is going to be our Rock Your School special. So in order to get ready for Rock Your School, we are challenging you all to add the official Rock Your School Facebook frame. Here we go. There we go. Add the official Rock Your School Facebook frame to your profile picture to let everyone know that you're getting ready to rock your school with thousands and thousands of educators on September 19th. Now, if you haven't already started planning, it is not too late. Rock Your School is all about doing something outside of the box to engage your students. If you're looking for ideas, you can check out #RockYourSchool. Teachers are posting all their getting ready pictures, and we want to see yours as well. So keep using that hashtag #RockYourSchool, and make sure you visit rockyourschoolday.com to register yourself, your classroom, your school, your district, whoever's participating, because like we said earlier, we want 50,000 teachers to rock their school this year. Last year we had 30. This year our goal is 50,000 teachers across the world rocking their school on the same day, doing something to engage their students and show everyone what education is all about. Also, if you visit rockyourschoolday.com, you can download our official press release that you can share with your district, with local news stations, to tell them all about the amazing things that are happening at your school. So you visit rockyourschoolday.com, download that press release, you put in your school's information, and you can share that with your local media, newspapers, parents, anyone, to let them know how your school is rocking their school on September 19th to engage their students. Thank you so much to our friends at Really Good Stuff and Amelia Capotosta for joining us tonight. We'll see you all next Monday night at 8 o'clock p.m. for another episode of Get Your Teach On Live. See you soon.